All right, boys, we got Suga on the pod today. Fight week next week. Before we get into it, if you guys have not tried out the Prize Picks app, you guys got to download it, especially for this fight. We actually have a Nelk Boys community play. We did this with our boys at Full Send MMA OG. We're feeling super good about this pick. So make sure you guys download the app and tail us on this pick. We're all going to be watching the fight. We're obviously going to be there in person supporting Suga. We'll be posting that real soon. Look out for that on the app. Let's all fucking ride that shit together. Also, if you guys have never downloaded the Prize Picks app, you guys got to download it and plug in code NELK. If you use that code and put in $5, you're going to get $50 for free with that code. No strings attached. Prize Picks is available in 40 different states, including California and Texas. NHL playoffs is on. NBA playoffs is on. There's literally no better time to download the Prize Picks app and try it for the first time. Download the Prize Picks app, the best app to fire in sports on the game. Use code NELK. Let's get into the pod. All right, we're back. Another Full Send podcast. We're at the Red Hawk Academy in, Pierre? How do you say it? Peoria,
West
Arizona.
Side, yep.
Our boy Suga Sean,
Yep.
longtime friend. Fight week next week.
Yup.
How we feeling?
Feeling good. Another fight week. When will this air? This will probably air
I think we're going to flip it tomorrow.
tomorrow. Okay. So yeah, we
Big
head
business.
out to New Jersey soon. Pumped to fight in New Jersey. It's where the whole I handed Merab my coat that happened. Like Aljo and Henry fought at the Prudential Center. I was there to see who I was going to fight. So it's kind of full circle.
We haven't seen each other since we were saying, when was Prize Picks?
I think it was November. Yeah, it's been a minute. Fuck, we just been locked away. Peoria, haven't fucking traveled, haven't done much. Just been here training, getting ready. Cause I had surgery right after the fight. Recovered from that, and then basically I knew, like, I wanted to get back. I didn't know I was gonna get a rematch right away. I wanted the rematch, but I didn't know what was gonna be next. But I wanted to just get back from surgery to training and book something fast. So I've just been training.
You've been saying on the internet, like, a lot of lifestyle changes and shit. When did that, like, completely switch?
I did mushrooms on Christmas. And
Christmas Day?
Yeah, or no, Christmas Eve. Yeah, I don't know. It was that probably was like, all right, I need a.
Did you, like, trip or just, like, microdose?
I did like 1.5 grams, I think, and it was like a perfect. I don't like losing myself.
Yeah.
But I also like, I definitely couldn't have had like a conversation at certain points. Like I was like my buddies walked, because I was supposed to go to Tim's that night. They were having a Christmas Eve party. All the boys were over there. And I was going through some personal stuff. You know, I'm like, I just felt it. Like sometimes you just feel like, I'm like, tonight's a perfect night. I'm going to take some mushrooms. Took some mushrooms. I have a bunch of trees on my property. Went and sat outside. Went and like hugged a tree. Sat there barefoot in the ground. Or on the ground. And the craziest sunset. Even if you weren't. Tim was tripping about the sunset. And he wasn't even tripping. And I was looking at the sunset at my house because we're neighbors. But I could hear all the boys talking and laughing, and I was supposed to be there. And I was sitting in my chair looking at the clouds, and the boys come over. War and Sona came over to check on me because I was supposed to be over there. And like they came over, and I could not talk. I was just like, I just felt like my tongue was foul. Like I'm tripping. Like so, I was gone a little bit, but yeah, I was like, felt like I just need to make some changes in my life, just get rid of some distractions.
What all did you give up?
Haven't jerked the old turkey. Haven't been on social media. Haven't smoked. Haven't drank.
No gaming?
Haven't gamed. I haven't been gaming for a long time. But
What's the hardest to give up?
none of it was.
It was easy?
It was all easy. If I don't crave any of it. Like I'll probably smoke again, like especially at the fight, take a little puff, enjoy, celebrate, crack a happy dad, maybe, I was never like addicted, I felt like, to weed or alcohol by any means, so that wasn't like hard to quit. Social media was probably like, I guess I wouldn't say it's hard.
I mean, if you don't have to be on social media, like if you have someone that could do it for you, it's like, that's probably the easiest
it's game
thing
changer.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Sono
I've taken a
and
break
Garrett
for like 5 days and you feel so fucking good.
I was thinking about this yesterday. I went on a bike ride last night, and I just felt super grateful for. I sent a bunch of the guys in my corner just a message, like an audio message. I just felt super grateful for the team helping me get to where I've been. And I was thinking about how, like, when you take something, drugs, alcohol, whatever, like short-term side effects, long-term side effects, I feel like I'm getting long-term benefits from the social media detox now. Like I'm really, like, short term I felt like I was like, whoa, I feel really good. But now long term I'm feeling like, I don't know if I just had a baby the other day too, so it's like
you're probably living in the moment way more.
Should got another baby, bro.
I know, we talked about a 6-day-old.
Congrats, bro.
That probably played a role in it. Going through an intense training camp that 12 weeks, just absolutely giving my entire soul to this training camp, being towards the end of it and having a baby, being off socials, I just felt so fucking grateful. I was like feeling like that was I'm getting long-term benefits of this detox, and feels really good.
Think about how much info too, like on social media, like you're scrolling,
pointless
and you're
info
just
too.
downloading. You're like taking in shit that you don't even remember.
Yeah.
Right. But then if someone asked you like, yo, like what did this person do like last week? Where were they? You'd probably be able to tell me.
Yeah,
you know what I
probably.
mean? But you're like downloading all this info that you don't even know you're storing. I feel like the brain wasn't meant to take in that much info.
Yeah, and I still watch YouTube. I'm not like, I feel like that's still like my guilty pleasure. It's like I still watch YouTube and I still enjoy making content. Like if we got to make a reel for like, we did a Happy Dad one the other day with the boys at the house I'm building, and it was fun. Like I enjoy that, but just not actually being on the social,
Just
looking at comments,
scrolling.
not doing any of that.
Because
It's been life changing.
we're used to seeing you do some trolling though before the fights.
Another thing, I just feel like that the second Cheeto rematch, there was like animosity. I really truly wanted to beat the fuck out of him. Like I felt like I really didn't like him at that time, and I had such a good performance. It felt so good. I was like, I'm gonna carry that into the Merab. Like I almost forced myself to not like Merab, but it wasn't like genuine. It was just like, so I felt like I forced that a little bit. And this camp, it's like I have nothing against Merab. I'm gonna go out there and compete because I love to compete. I'm an athlete. I'm a high level performer. I want to go out there and put on a beautiful performance because I love this sport, not necessarily because I don't like Merab.
You think that hatred towards Cheeto made you fight different or act different?
No, not necessarily. I was like, oh, maybe that's why I had such a good performance, because I didn't like him a little bit because I wanted to hurt him. That wasn't the case. That's not why I performed good. I think I just performed good because I was in good shape, and it was at the end of the day, it was a 25-minute kickboxing match.
Right.
I could do that all day. Merab's just a different style. It's a completely different animal. And I have to. I'm gonna go in there with just as clear of a mind as I ever had.
We haven't talked since then, but do you think or do you have any regrets about fighting in the sphere?
Not really. Like I tore my hip before the fight, 10 weeks before the fight. So the whole training camp I was dealing with that. It wasn't ideal. I didn't have the training camp I needed to have to beat a guy like Merab. Merab's not someone you could have a half-assed training camp with. I was very disciplined. I was dialed. I was not slacking anywhere that camp. That camp was good for what I was able to do. I wasn't able to grapple. I wasn't able to wrestle. So that threw me off, but I was still dialed, still focused, still ate, still, did everything right. And you just can't do that with Merab. You have to be healthy. You got to go in there with 12 weeks of the right preparation. That's what we did this camp.
Could you feel his like cardio in there when you were fighting him? I know I've heard you say like you weren't. I mean, it didn't feel like that tough of a fight.
It was a tough fight. Obviously, it wasn't like a brutal. I limped out of there and couldn't see.
Mm-hmm.
It was he's good at getting people in positions and kind of holding them there, punching, holding. And that's why he was considered like such a boring fighter for so long. The last fight he had with the Umar was fucking incredible. Crazy. It was a beautiful performance. I enjoyed watching it, but that was kind of the hate Merab had gotten coming up the ladder. Was that he just wasn't a fun fighter. He's definitely turning that around. He's showboating. He's doing his thing. But yeah, feeling like I almost finished him in the 5th round. Landed a couple good body shots. Had him running around in circles in the end of the 5th round. So I'm confident that I'm gonna be able to, keep up with Merab, if not push the pace.
All right, boys, you guys have heard me talk about the MoonPay app before. I love the MoonPay app. I think it is by far the best crypto app in the game. What makes MoonPay the best is they literally power the entire world of crypto. Just like you go on the internet and buy anything with PayPal, MoonPay is now that for crypto. Like legit, every crypto app you're using or thinking of using, they use MoonPay. And you can use Venmo, credit card, literally every payment provider works on it. Pretty much MoonPay is like your passport to the entire crypto ecosystem. Once you have it, you could do anything. MoonPay is now partnered with Phantom, the go-to wallet for trading Solana. And now they're expanding fast with support for assets like Bitcoin, ETH, and so many others. Phantom has a sick design and it works lightning fast, so it's great for both new and old crypto users. And the new app makes it easy to discover all the Solana new apps, games, and trading platforms. And with MoonPay integrated, funding your Phantom wallet is just a few taps away. Take it from me, download the MoonPay app, the best crypto app in the game. Let's get back into the pod.
When you walked in there, because I think Tim talked about this recently, but when you walked in there and you saw the screen and shit, was it hard to get comfortable in the ring with all that extra noise?
Not really. It wasn't even extra noise. Like, what was weird about that fight? There was less noise. It was less of a it was like less of a UFC environment.
Yeah.
Because I think 50% of the tickets sold were to first time UFC fans.
Yeah.
So like they were there to see the spectacle of the Sphere, and it was a different environment. I don't think that played a role in my performance, or it was. I'm just saying it felt different. It was different in a sense. It was weird. I didn't feel like I was supposed to win that fight in a weird way. I said this on another podcast a long time ago. It was so weird. An owl has been like, I randomly got this owl tattoo on my chest. I had a shitty tattoo right here and I didn't like it. I told the tattoo, I'm like, cover it up. He's like, what do you want? It's like, I don't know what would be there. He's like some kind of bird. He's like, you fucking tell me. He put an owl here. And now it's like, ever since it was the Peter Yan, for the first Peter Yan fight, I sit outside, watch the sunset, and like this owl came and flew and laid on this, or was sitting on this wood thing by me, and I was like, what the fuck? I was so scared to look up what that meant, because I thought it was bad. Like, I'm like, what if that's bad luck?
I don't think I've ever seen an owl in my life.
Yeah, well, I looked it up.
Except for Harry Potter.
It was good luck.
You at 6 a.m. is like a fucking owl.
Actually, yeah. Okay.
That's the only owl I've seen, but yeah.
But owls have been coming in and out of my life in a weird way, and I moved out to this other house, and I have a bunch of owls that live in these trees around me, so I see them quite often. 10 days before the Merab fight, there was a dead owl in my driveway. And I was like, that can't be good. And I was like, I don't know, I didn't want to think about that, but and it sounds crazy, but I was like, fuck, I just didn't feel like I was supposed to win that fucking fight. But I almost kind of felt like a similar feeling in the first Cheeto fight. It was a weird fight week feel. It's like, it felt weird. Like I wasn't supposed to, but that first Cheeto fight led up to me getting the biggest, my title defense against Cheeto, the rematch. But yeah, I feel good. Feel good going into this one. Feel very mentally, I'm supposed to win this fucking fight.
Does the clip of Merab diving into the pond ever fuck with your head?
I've probably fucked with his head. He landed on it. Rob's, yeah, he's one of the smartest guys I fought. I'd say that.
So you feel like it was kind of supposed to happen like this? Like life?
Sometimes it depends. That's where faith comes in. And I'm not necessarily a religious person, but if you could, I felt like it was supposed to happen. Everything's supposed to happen for a reason. It's a weird thing to say out loud. It's a spiritual thing.
I believe everything happens for a reason. And you don't learn lessons. You only learn lessons and change as a person when like something negative happens.
100%.
Right? It's about how you fucking.
There's a lot of opportunity for growth and struggle, and there's opportunity for growth, but that doesn't mean you're just going to struggle and then you grow. You have to be able to turn that struggle into growth and do the right things. And I feel like I've been doing the right things in all my relationships, all my, taking away the distractions. And I feel like I'm just doing everything right. And again, I could go out there, say I lose that fight. It's like my happiness is a skill. I go out there, say I lose this next fight. Happiness is a skill. So it's not like that Monday comes around, it's like, all right, I have to be sad. It's like, dude, my life is so fucking, I just have so much good people around me. Such a good, we've built such a good community around us. I'm like, life's good regardless.
Yeah.
I feel like going into a fight with that mindset, being like, okay, when whatever happens, I'm okay with, is important for an athlete or any kind of entertainer to accept that whatever happens is going to happen. I put in the work, and I feel like I've had that mindset kind of throughout my career. Like whatever happens allows me to be free in my performance.
Did you feel like you were kind of like a dark spot after the last fight? Or did it just kind of catch you like off guard because you were the champ, the man?
Not really. It sucked. Like surgeries suck. Going through surgery sucks because just not being able to train. Like I had surgery a couple weeks after the fight, and just like going through surgery sucks. Like just not being able to do what I do every day and train and release that kind of energy, and coming off a loss, and it was just like it was frustrating. But I was able to grow a lot from that, so it benefited me for sure.
What do you think would be the toughest thing for you to give up? Alcohol. 'Cause you don't really smoke that
What
much,
about
right?
pussy?
No, but how about jerking?
That's impossible.
The one thing I could go sober for fucking 3 months. I don't like jerking is.
But I got a
That'd be a
main
tough
girl. I got
one.
my boo. I got my queen. That like, so it's not like I'm not busted. I'm
You
still.
think you're happier?
But even if you have a girl, it's tough to give up jerking. Would you agree, Steiny?
Yeah. For sure.
You're a big jerker. Like Steiny will have his girl over.
Okay, I'm not a big jerker. I
You're-
don't know what
you're-
defines
You're a
that.
huge beater.
Yeah, I would say what defines a big jerker.
I'm stressed out.
If
sure.
your boo's at home and you're hiding in the bathroom hitting one off.
There-
You've done
there
that.
you go. There you
I
go.
have never done that.
It's fine.
You say you do that all the time.
I don't booze in my bathroom
No,
and rub
boo
one
on
out.
His girl.
Oh.
He's
one
saying
out?
if your girl's there and you sneak
I've done that a
while
couple
your
times.
girl's
You've
in the
never
house.
done that?
No, I'm saying that would be considered a big jerker. Like that. Would be
Okay,
like-
then I guess I fit the fucking criteria.
yeah. So giving that up. That was another thing. It's like that chi, your energy. It's like just fucking watching porn, jerking off. It's like you never feel better. You never leave going, I'm the man. It's always like, fuck. Probably should have done that.
It's like a temporary stress reliever.
I think when you have a main chick, for sure, you shouldn't jerk. But sometimes if you're single, I think jerking's like, it saves you a lot of time.
It could save you a lot of time. It could
Because
save
chasing pussy's way more waste of a time than jerking. Like sometimes I'm at home, I'm like, damn, I'd love to like bang a chick. Like I'm thinking of like texting her, telling her to come over.
You
and then
really
I
got
just
to
hit
chase
a jerk,
too.
and I'm like, bro, I just saved
Thank God I
fucking
didn't do
4
that.
hours,
I can't wait
potentially
to see.
money on dinner.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait
So-
to see who you bring to the floor to his fight.
Oh,
He's notorious for flexing and bringing chicks sitting right behind. He does. He makes
Damn.
sure they're in their seats when he daps up Trump.
I brought 2 girls. One was my girl I was dating,
Yeah, we won't say the other one's name.
and then the
but
other, yeah. it's
Trump
just-
loves seeing that too.
Oh, he
you bringing a
probably loves
smoke
it.
show there?
Yeah.
He loves seeing that.
Yeah.
Dude, one of my favorite moments is I have a bunch of different vivid moments that I remember from rewatching fights. One of them was after the Aljo or during the Aljo fight. I threw the teep, fell on my butt. He got in on a shot. I had good defense, circled off the cage, and you can see you stand up, give a fist bump seconds before I fucking drop him. I love seeing that. The other one's Trump after the Cheeto fight. He goes, "That was fucking." I was like, "That was."
I think
sick."
Trump's gonna be there, right?
I don't know.
That's what I heard.
Damn, that'd be sweet.
you would
Should
know. You would know better than anyone else. I'll give you
so we
that.
got to bring another chick though.
be. Hey, so yeah, Trump.
Maybe I'll let you slide with the +1
Dude, I would
because I have a
that.
+1 to every UFC. Steiny's.
I got my
Yeah.
one chair.
Maybe I'll give.
But
it to
I
you.
got my name on my chair.
That's kind of sick.
That's sick.
The
I'll give you my
Prudential
+1. You could bring a chick.
Okay.
You better get working on it.
I
We
will.
got 10 days, brother.
You don't ever
No,
notice.
9 days.
But besides those moments, you don't ever notice who's in the crowd or who's watching.
No, I do sometimes. I look around. I see. It's like being in the octagon is such a weird. It's something you can't explain. It's just like yeah. It's you can't. There's not really words, or at least I don't know the words to be able to explain how it feels. You feel, I guess, vulnerable in a sense. You feel naked. You have a mouth guard in, like especially this tight spandex I wear. Just tight span. It feels like you're in your underwear. You have mouth guard gloves. You feel naked in there. It's
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Do you like when like big people come to the fights? and
Hell
shit, Or does
yeah.
that make you more like
I
when you
like
hear
that.
Trump's coming? Is that like make you more nervous, or you're like,
No, I'd prefer, because in my head I'm gonna go out there and put on an absolute masterful performance, and like Bieber there. The Bieber was another one when I
Yeah,
fought
and
Chris
Bieber
Martinez,
never goes.
the green haired guy. Bieber was standing up the last 30 seconds, and I'm piecing this kid up, and Bieber standing there. That was fucking cool. That was cool.
Oh, you saw him while you were piecing him up?
No, just rewatching the fight, I was like, damn. But I did see. I remember seeing him in the audience.
So when you're in the octagon, are you just cutting everything out besides hearing your coaches?
I'm just trying to fucking just be in the moment. I usually have that mantra, whatever mantra's going through my head, too sharp, too fast, too focused. Just like, ideally you're not thinking, but if you are, you're thinking of like something like that.
Is Tim not allowed to chirp Merab this fight? Because we could step in if we need to.
I mean, that's what we're hearing. No, you're not allowed to say his name. Tim's
What's the ruling on that? Can you?
I don't know the rule. I guess just from listening to the commentary, I guess it's illegal to. It's called excessive coaching if you say the other opponent's name. I don't know. I just let Tim does his own thing.
I feel like we could distract Merab. We gotta just try and sound like Tim
I
for
think
this
he's
week
in
and
Miami
prepare.
right now. We should maybe try to get him out to swim week.
Rob's in Miami.
I think so.
That dude's he's a character. He's broke his toe supposedly.
Yeah. What do you make of that?
I mean, I
worry
would.
you at all about him pulling out or something?
That would. Yeah. I mean, that would suck. I don't think Merab would pull out.
No.
I'm not worried about Merab pulling himself out. Someone else pulling him out would be my thing. But Merab was going to show up. He's going to show up as good as ever. I think Merab, his last performance was his best performance. I think this is prime Merab. Like, I think this is we're going to get the best Merab
If you guys didn't know, Shopify has been powering our merch business and fullsend.com literally since day one, since we were shipping orders out of my garage. Shopify was literally there for us every step of the way. That's what I love so much about Shopify is no matter what size your business is, if you're just starting to when you have the most massive e-commerce business ever, Shopify's the best, hands down. I mean, Shopify is so big now, they power 10% of all e-commerce in the world. You don't gotta be a coder or a fucking website expert, and it's so easy to use. And the purple shop pay button, best converting pay button on the internet, no kidding. So if you're sitting on an idea, t-shirts, drop shipping, whatever business you want to start, don't wait. There's never going to be a good time to start your business. Do it now and use Shopify. I got you guys on a sweet deal. $1 per month trial. So cheap. Just go to shopify.com/fullsend. Take advantage of that. Shopify.com/fullsend and take your business to the next level today. What happens in the division after this fight?
I go out there, beat Merab. I mean, trilogy is possible. That I think it comes down to what does UFC want, and the UFC's pretty good about what do the fans really want to see. Do they want to see me versus Peter 2? That's a huge rematch. I think that would be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, fights in the bantamweight.
That was my favorite fight I've ever been to.
Oh yeah, Abu Dhabi. You guys were out there. That was sick.
Insane, bro.
The Corey fight's up there. Merab trilogy's up there.
Yeah, Jan would be way bigger than Sandhagen.
It would be bigger. And that's what UFC wants to do is big fights. They're a business. They want to do big fights. So I don't know. It's so hard to overlook Merab. I know how good he is. I know how dangerous he is. I know how hard of a fight this is going to be. So right now it's like Merab's on my radar.
Things are shaking up in the UFC all over the place. Like lightweight is now a brand new division. Welterweight's a brand new division.
Yep.
Who do you have in Topuria versus Oliveira?
I wanted to see Topuria versus Islam.
I know. We all did.
Those are the two number one pound for pound guys in the world. In my opinion, Topuria, Islam, both tied at number one. Obviously, John Jones up there too, but that was the fight to make. But they both wanted to move up. So Ilia versus Charles. Heart says Charles. My brain says Ilia. But you can't count either of those guys out, especially Ilia coming off those two crazy knockouts over Max and Alexander. I'm stoked for that fight. That's International Fight Week. That's the next pay-per-view after ours, so I'm pumped for that. Islam versus Jack is a lot more exciting now that Jack just had that performance over Bilal. But it's under the Islam or Ilia fight for me. But I'm still gonna Ilia Charles gonna happen. Then we're gonna look forward to that. So it's gonna be just as big. But how do you think Islam does at welterweight? A lot of people are saying like he might be underestimating like the size and stuff, but he's a fucking. I heard he's huge. Yeah, I heard he's not going to be any. I mean, who knows? I heard he's not going to be any smaller than Jack come fight night. Like, which would make sense if he's but 55 to 70. That's a little bit different than 35 to 45, 45 to 55. I mean, it's an extra 5 pounds, but when your skill level's that high as Islam's is, I don't think he'll be. I mean, it'll be interesting if he goes in there and tries to shoot on Jack. Jack stuffs him and gets in his face. But Islam's striking is so underrated that it's like Islam could, put the hands on Jack too. Do you think he makes a run at welterweight? Like, who's after that? I guess you got Usman and Buckley there. Yeah, and then Ian true. Gary's there. That that kid that just fought Gilbert Burns, Michael Morales. That dude's a fucking nightmare too. The divisions are heating up. That Jean Silva too is making the 45 division a little bit more interesting. And I guess Patty just won at now. Patty's a legit contender Topuria too. Would be Patty versus Topuria that's a super fight. Yeah, if Patty goes out there, or if Islam or Ilia goes out there and beats Charles, I think that's does Patty need one more though? You got to give Patty one more. Probably, right? Yeah. I mean, who knows? If the UFC wants to make big fights, like you said. Yeah. But, Armin Sarukian's up there too. That dude's a nightmare for anybody. UFC's hot right now. I like. Do you think it is hot? I think it's hot. I mean, what just happened completely changed the UFC. I saw Nate Diaz was talking to someone yesterday, and he's like, "Dude, I don't even know these new guys. Like, our generation is basically done. The UFC isn't what it used to be." Well, I think what just happened shook up the entire. When did that happen? A few weeks ago. Oh, okay. I think he was saying this a couple days ago. Officially, Dana announcing that Topuria's they're fighting for the interim belt. Islam's up fighting for welterweight. Max versus Dustin Poirier. That's kind of. I think that's Dustin's last fight. Yeah. Max still fucking kicking. We still got, I think UFC is hotter than it ever has been. They're never going to run out of talent. There's so many up and coming people right now. that it's never going to run out. It's just going to continue to grow.
What do you think as a fighter? What do you think? Because it's always like Conor McGregor, this Michael Chandler tweets he's coming back, then he never comes back. Like, what do you think about that? Is it a distraction at this point, or like is it just like?
I would love to see Conor come back. Connor.
Do you think he's ever just toying with people, saying he's gonna come back just to fucking?
I think he wants to. I think he's probably. I don't know Connor personally. I think he's probably from battling demons. He probably wants to fight. He got a lot of shit going on. I don't know.
I don't see how he couldn't. Like, because he has to fight his next 2 fights in the UFC, and then after those, it's just like payday city where he can just go around and fight Logan Paul and whoever, Jake and whoever else he wants to, and just do fun fights like that and just get bags. But he has to fight out his contract, so I don't see. He probably has an expensive lifestyle too, right? So how can you pass up those? Like, what do you think he makes for fighting Logan Paul? Like, is that like close to a $100 million bag?
Dude, I would assume so. I feel like that would probably be the biggest fight ever. Jake versus Mike's gonna be hard to fight to top as far as numbers, but Logan versus Conor.
I'd rather see Conor versus Jake though. But yeah,
I don't know. I feel like Conor and Logan might be bigger.
Yeah, I feel like it'd probably be pretty equal.
I like the trash talk between Jake and Conor though.
Oh, I thought it was more between Logan and Conor.
Bro, when I went to the inauguration, you saw that, and they were all on the bus at the same time. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't.
So I went. I go to the inauguration, and there was this guy Alex Brushowitz who brought us all.
What do you mean?
Me, he invited me, Jake, Logan, and he was handling McGregor too. So we get there and we get to the hotel, and then he's like, we're all going on a bus, and then
no shot.
Logan and Jake come up to me and they're like, yo, McGregor's gonna be on the same bus as us, and I was like, no fucking way. So we get on the bus and McGregor walks up to them in January.
Inauguration.
Yeah.
Oh. So
we're all just sitting on the back of a coach bus. The Paul's mom was there too.
Was there security all around?
No. And they were kind of chirping each other shit too, but also being friendly.
Well, you were saying too, they can't take that's a huge day. They're not gonna cause any issues on that day. That was a fun ass bus ride, I bet.
It was the best. I couldn't believe it.
You should have been stirring the pot on there.
I got a vid.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Dude.
I got a little selfie vid.
At the Prize Picks event, Mike Malak and Vandy almost got into a little fucking scuffle.
Oh yeah.
I was sitting right there. I was kind of trying to break it up.
What's your version?
As a witness,
I watched the whole thing.
Vandy's claiming there was no looking, no touching.
Vandy was overly drunk, so it's like and Mike and his girl and I were sitting in the very back. Vandy was sitting right in front, and I think everyone was just a little on edge. It was late. And I think Mike said Vandy kind of touched her leg, maybe on accident. Maybe I didn't see anything happen, but they both got carried away a little bit. Were yelling at each other, but nothing ended up happening. But
okay, well, who are you taking in that fight?
I don't know. I've never seen neither of them scrap.
Freezer's a big scrapper.
I know he always tries to scrap everyone.
He's known for drunk scraps.
Yeah, there's only
Mike's got just such a height advantage.
Only one way to find out.
I feel like Mike's a protector too, right? Once you get him pissed off.
Oh yeah.
Vandy's scary, bro.
No, Freezer's fucked.
Yeah. He'd probably. It'll be.
You've always stayed away from all these public altercations.
I don't. Yeah, I don't like those. I don't like being in altercations or anything like that. I never have been really.
It seems like a lot of people like to pick fights with a lot of these fighters, but we've been out with you. No one ever
fucks with me. Everyone seems to be cool and chill, and it's been good.
Yeah.
I think there's a petition for Jones to vacate the title. It got 130,000 signatures. Did you see that?
Jesus Christ. It is getting kind of crazy. It's on one hand it's John Jones, on the other hand it's Tom Aspinall's been winning all these fights, and didn't he defend his interim belt? I'm pretty sure that's insane. Defending your interim belt. I don't know. I think something has to happen this year, right? Maybe MSG. I think, doesn't he always fight in November? That would make sense. I feel like that would be huge. But yeah, if I had to guess, that's what I would guess.
What's the big deal there? John doesn't want to do it because he wants a certain amount and Dana won't agree to it?
I personally think he's just posturing. I think he's just it's his final fight, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think he's just trying to get the biggest possible bag he can.
Yeah.
I'm sure that happened to Khabib too. I'm sure Khabib, his retirement went in layers too, where they offered him money. And then they're like, wait, is he actually retiring? They offered him more money. So I feel like Jones is kind of
Habib just doesn't seem like he gives a fuck about money.
No, he didn't.
Which is badass. That's cool.
But didn't he also got gifted a bunch of land and all that too, right?
in Russia.
Dude,
Dagestan.
he just built a new facility. Did you see it?
That's sick.
It's fucking insane. It's so nice.
That's
That'd
what we
be
were saying
sweet
about
to go out
Khabib.
there and train. You guys got to go out there and train with them. That's badass.
Have you ever seen the video of them in Khabib's gym where they're like sliding on the sweat, like it's a slip and slide in the
Yeah.
gym?
That happens.
Does that
happens
happen?
here. I mean, in the
It's
summer
kind of
here-
unsanitary though, right?
I mean, you got to mop the mats after and shit. But yeah, that happens. I mean, mop the mats after every session anyway. I love their Russian basketball. I would love to play a little bit of that.
What's different about the
We
Russian
actually
basketball?
dribble.
we challenged them. They said they
They
down
don't
for a
dribble?
bid.
They don't dribble. And
But
then
they
you
still
wrestle,
shoot?
and you can
It's
fucking.
Dagestani basketball. So maybe if we verse them, Shug could be our team captain. Then
Well,
they're,
if
then
they
they're gonna
wrestle,
go
they're
way
gonna whip our
harder. Huh?
ass. Unless
Yeah.
you find me on the 3-point line, we have no chance.
You think you could rip some threes?
Yeah, easy.
I mean,
think-
we're gonna get tackled and shit. But
Yeah.
like,
I think we just gotta have good ball movement.
We would dust them in American basketball, right?
I don't think they don't
yeah,
dribble.
they don't dribble. They just run.
They're just a rep.
So it's like rugby basketball.
Pretty much.
It looks intense. It looks intense. They got their fucking interesting characters over there.
Who's your favorites of all time?
Like when it just comes to if I had to pick one, it'd be Connor. Connor, like to me, was not necessarily he was obviously his skill set is really high, but when it just comes to all around like entertainment, it's Connor. Right now, who do I enjoy watching the most? Definitely Ilia's up there. Islam's up there. I don't really. I feel like I just kind of watch the top dogs and the top fights, but
Yeah.
Ilia's been one of my favorites.
I always wonder because Connor is one of a kind, but he's clearly the biggest entertainer and promoter they've ever
Yeah.
had. I wonder if Dana's ever just like searching for that next like.
Constantly. That's literally his job, is to find the next big fucking star.
Do you see anybody outside of yourself that could maybe take
think
that role?
Patty's up there right now.
Patty, yeah.
Patty's definitely up there.
I think Ilia's
Ilia's definitely a massive star.
Ilia's a good trash talker too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to trash talk like Islam like that and shit too, saying like I'm gonna submit Islam right in front of Khabib.
Damn, I didn't see that. That's
That's
fire.
like ballsy.
Damn.
I just
That's
always
sweet.
look back. I don't know how much clips. I always watch Connor clips because he's
Yeah.
just amazing. But like when he's sitting and about to fight Jose Aldo, and he does it in Rio de Janeiro when he's like, "I own this
And he
town."
rips the fucking.
It's like the coolest thing ever. And I'm
He's
like,
the best. He's
is that
the
off
best.
rip? You think, or you think
Yeah.
that's prepared?
I think both. I think he's probably got some shit off rip. And
When
some
he's
shit
sitting there with
prepared.
the MP3 headphones, I'm just like, this guy is on another level
He's
of
the best.
entertainer.
He's the best. Him. I mean, Chael Sonnen was before Connor was Chael. Chael was the best. Connor. I don't know if we're ever gonna. I always kind of put myself. I want to be as big as Connor. I want to do that. But it's like, I don't think. I don't. Dude, I don't think I could be as big as Connor. Like he just was a once in a lifetime.
It's crazy too if you think
Character.
about it, because even when he fought Floyd, and Floyd used to be that guy, but like he was doing better than Floyd up there, trash talking him. He was more entertaining, and I was like, what the fuck? Like this guy's once of a lifetime.
Really is. Yeah.
What was your favorite part of hanging out with him?
Oh yeah, that's
Dude, I'm
sick.
gonna tell you something because people. This is what I really thought. I'm not trying to get too deep, but what I really saw was like, because I watch all these clips, and he always talks about like, I'm only fighting to make money, and I'm only fighting to take care of my family. So when we went to Dublin, and we're like partying with him, I watched him, and he looks like he's the happiest he's ever been. He's got money, and he's with his family. So I'm like, this guy's accomplished and has everything he wants.
Yeah, I mean, when
people
you're
don't really
buzzed
look at
up,
that side.
you look. Everyone looks pretty happy. Well, there's some sad buzz drunks, but I'm sure he's probably buzzed up.
But what I'm saying is like, I feel like
He's
he's
very welcoming.
accomplished everything he said he was going to do.
Yeah,
And people don't really look at that side. They're just like, we want more Connor, but
I know. We'll put
I know,
people
like,
be
built
more.
an alcohol company, fucking sold it.
yeah.
We'll be more grateful for Connor. I feel like as the times pass and we're like, it's the whole generation's over. We're all older, being like, damn, remember Connor? Like even still, we're like, Connor's a legend, but 10 years, 15 years when he's done fighting for sure, there's no question. We'll be like, holy shit, we got to witness that.
Yeah.
He's the Mike Tyson. He's the fucking, he's that guy, and we got to witness it, which is really cool.
Has anything changed with like your financial goals or like business goals? Because I know before you used to be super, you still are, but
Yeah.
business driven. And
100%.
has financial like motivation changed at all?
I think for now it's a lot more like you're chasing bags coming up, trying to get sponsors, trying to get how much can I make a year? How much can they pay me a month? Now it's more so equity, like hey, trying to get equity in businesses. Me and Uncle Emron are creating our own business, and we're going through the process of that right now. Literally starting a business from the ground up. Me and him are the owners, and we are going through the whole process, getting samples, creating stuff right now. So we're working on that, and that's gonna be that I'm super excited about that. So business, I always find the business interesting. I love getting on calls with all the partners, and I love doing all that stuff. So that definitely still is something I do on pretty much on a daily basis and look forward to.
What about I was talking to Tim. He said that you guys have 330 students at this gym,
Damn,
which is crazy.
that's all Tim. This Tim's gym. I fucking, obviously I'm a part of it in a huge way, but Tim runs this show. Is Tim's gym.
Is there any
Tim's
part of you that wants to like find that next big fighter, or like you would look for that?
No, they're here. They show up. Like, it's the thing about that is like, no one, when I came down to the lab 10 years ago, no one in the gym pointed and said, "Oh, that's the next guy. Like, that's gonna be the next champ." No one thought that of me. Like, I always believed that I had the self belief that I was gonna be it, but no one in the gym was like, "That's the guy."
Yeah.
So it's like there's guys here that are still amateurs that are like, they just gotta put in the work. It's not like one stud comes in and they're like, "All right, we're getting him in the UFC." There's guys that have been training for 4 or 5 years who are amateur, turned pro, 3-0, 4-0 right now. You grappled with one of them, Ezra, today. He's a stud. He's going to be on the Contender Series soon. He's going to be in the UFC soon. And it takes so much to really become that next guy. Like, people can get in the UFC, have great careers, and just never make it to that point to where you're the fucking man.
God,
like, getting to that point is so hard.
Fuck.
Where was
I can
your
only
biggest? Where was your
imagine, bro.
moment when you were like, "All right, I'm ready for this next level"?
I think the Eddie Wineland knockout, like, that was, I got in the UFC, fought Terrion Ware, December 2017. I fought 3-4 months later. I fought Andre Sukumtal. It was my first pay-per-view. I wasn't headlining it. I was opening up the pay-per-view. Broke my foot, and like, I got a lot of fans from that. Broke my foot, 3 minutes left in the fight, hopping on one foot, still fighting. Like, my fan base shot up. I had a 2-year layoff. Came back, fought Jose Quinones, knocked him out in the first round. It was a big deal, but not that big of a deal. Next fight, that was in March. Next fight was June 6th, which is 2020, June 6th, which is going to be 5 years, damn near to the day I fight Merab in the rematch, June 7th, 2025. First time I colored my hair, had the rainbow hair, and slept him. One of the most beautiful walk-off knockouts, in my opinion, of all time. Just beautiful. Slept him in the apex. It was completely quiet. You could literally hear him snoring. And it was that was when I was like, okay, I'm gonna become a star. Like,
You've had so many of those moments. I always see the one, I don't remember who it was, but where he's laying down and you just walk towards him.
Thomas Almeida.
But that was how long ago?
That was that same year. Or no, that was the next year. I think that was 2021. It was 2021, because I fought Eddie Wineland, then I fought Cheeto. That Cheeto fight was co-main event, which was a huge spot for me. UFC 252, I think. I fought co-main event, and it was DC versus Stipe. Massive opportunity for me. And the first fight with Cheeto happened. Boom, got finished. And the next fight back was Thomas Almeida. That was that knockout.
Yeah.
That
And
was
you
sick.
still see that pop up all the time.
Oh yeah, that one's legendary. That's one of the. Well, I knocked him out a few times, like, in that fight. Like, that fight could have been stopped a few times. I got a lot of shit, especially from the commentators. Like, oh, he needs to get on top, finish him, and then I fucking land that punch. Like, maybe he didn't need to do that. So, but yeah, that was legendary,
You got a good highlight tape, bro.
dude. Before I got in the UFC, I would do interviews, and I was like, I just want, at the end of my career, I just want like a 20-minute long insane highlight reel. That's what I want. I want just I want to have the most insane highlight reel. And we're working on it. I'm 30 right now. I feel like I still got minimum 6-7 years left, possibly more. The way I'm taking care of my body, the way I'm feeling, the way, like, staying healthy. And I would like to fight, and just until I fucking the wheels
that's a
fall
long
off.
time.
To think about it is like, damn, say you only fight 2 times a year in the next 8 years. Like, that's 16 more fights.
Yeah.
Like, that could be crazy. But who knows? You get to a certain point where you're so fucking massive, like Connor, and then it's like, some fights just don't make sense. You don't want to give that next guy an opportunity. It's like, those games be played and stuff. But ideally, I just, stay active and keep ripping off wins.
Also, guys, really quick, we stock fullsend.com with some brand new shit. We have a ton of UFC full send shit. You guys have been asking for this for a while, full send golf stuff. We have a ton of new full send golf polos. They're amazing quality, like, straight up. I rock these on the course all the time. Full send golf. Salim's in one of these every goddamn day. All that guy does is golf. And then we got some new hats. We got some Happy Dad Buckies. I rock these fucking 24/7. UFC full send. We got some just clean full send hats. So there's a ton of new shit on fullsend.com. Cop something, rep the send. Let's get into the pod. How do you see your career playing out from now? Just dominating your division, or would you still want to be double champ at some point?
I feel like over the next 2, 3, 4 years, staying at bantamweight, you know, there's gonna be a point probably where I'm gonna get too big and I can't make bantamweight anymore. But right now, I just feel like the division's so hot. I feel like it's a more popular, exciting, it's better than the featherweight division right now. So I'd like to stay there. It's so hard to like we talk about Corey, Peter, Merab, Patchy Mix is now in the UFC.
I mean Umar too. I guess
Umar's still fucking crazy.
Like, that guy's coming back for blood.
Dude, there's still the bantamweight division is so stacked right now. For me to be able to actually clean that out would be so legendary, and that's the goal, is just fucking not have it, just not be questioned, be like, damn, okay. I mean, for me to take the belt from Aljo, who at the time was the greatest bantamweight of all time, and the only reason he's not considered that anymore is because of what Merab's done in the last few years. Merab now, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, it's the greatest bantamweight of all time, what he's done. So for me to take the belt off Aljo and then go take it off Merab, it's like I'm just, you know, building that legacy, building that legendary status.
When do you head out there?
We're gonna head out next week, early next week. We're gonna fly in, and I'm pumped for this fight week. Like Vegas, I always enjoy Vegas. Vegas is cool. I just feel like I've been there so many times to Vegas, and like it almost just like it doesn't feel new. So like when we fought in Miami, that was fucking so sick. That was completely different. Fighting in Boston was all time most legendary moment. Like the arena in there was so electric. You can't even explain how crazy that place was. But I'm excited for New Jersey. It's gonna be different.
Jersey's gonna be rowdy too.
It's right there. New York's right there. It's basically a New York fight. It's like right across the street. So
the Jersey fuckers are probably more rowdy too, right? Like
it's gonna be gonna be sick. So we got a couple little Airbnbs. I'm pumped. Getting on the jet with the fellas, like that's some of my like the best memories is, you know, all of us meeting up, getting on the jet, flying to another place to go to war with the fellas, is like, especially putting in the work we've put in this camp. It's like it's gonna be it's legendary.
It's really hard to live these last 6 months when you're off your phone, bro. My texts were green to you. I don't know if you got a new number. Right. I hope it was because you were off your phone.
No, I still used to chat a little bit, not much, but dude, I've been just dialed.
You gotta let Sugar lock in. You know,
of course. I only sent one text.
I've been ripping some poker with the fellas though. I picked up a little poker, and I enjoy that. Poker's a fun game. It's crazy how much like skill there is involved in poker, but there's also still like a high level of luck.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's such an interesting professional game because like there's not a lot of luck involved. There is luck involved in fighting, but it's a lot less. Same with other sports, but poker is like, if you're running hot and you're hitting everything,
it's the best feeling in the world.
It's fucking.
But
poker's fun.
You have to have patience, and you can't tilt, because if you tilt, you'll lose everything.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that is true. No, I've been there. I've felt that rage you get
when
sometimes.
That river fucks you and you lose your money and you start playing every hand.
Like, good hand.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've been ripping a lot of poker, watching poker. It's been good. But other than that, Tim moved out. I think might have been late last year. Yeah, it was last year. Tim moved over, so we're neighbors now, which is fucking. Again, that was one of the like things, because Tim and I lived at a shitty apartment when I first moved down here, so shitty, and like the goal was to like buy land and be neighbors, and we found the craziest spot out here in Arizona that has trees. It kind of looks like from where we're from, Montana. Like there's big trees out there, super green.
How far's the walk to his house?
Probably about 3 minutes.
Do you guys ever hit a sleepover or no?
No, probably not.
Yeah,
no, it's okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
But I'm building a house right now, which is my house right now is close to it, but the house I'm building is even a little bit closer, and it's like from my back patio to his back patio. It's just you could
see each other from the house.
You could say what up. It's,
that's awesome.
It's so sick. It's nuts. Me and Timbo, we haven't been doing our pod. But that's another thing I took a little hiatus from.
You posted a vlog with Izzy? I thought.
Yeah, we did it.
Vlog.
Izzy came out.
I was training with Izzy, yeah.
Izzy came out. It was cool. He had to come out here and do some business stuff. He hit me up. I said, come up. He came and checked out the house, came and trained with us. That was cool as hell. Demetrius Johnson came by last week. Shot a pod with him. Trained with him. Dude's fucking fast, bro. It's just like a little energy ball. That was cool. But yeah, Tim and I, we're going to shoot a pod. We did one pod, I think, like 8 weeks ago, 9 weeks ago, to announce like the fight, and then haven't been doing pods lately, which has been nice too, because I felt like I was just. Sometimes when you don't have anything to say, you just say
Feels
stupid
kind of
shit.
forced. Yeah.
And I would just say shit. I just was like, fuck. I just felt over giving my opinion on every single week, trying to just make shit up to say.
Mhm.
So it's nice taking a break. We're gonna do one Sunday. So
I mean,
talk
fuck,
about.
being champ is enough of a responsibility, right?
Yeah.
Becoming champ and staying champ is
Yeah.
like.
The real reason I lost, I haven't told anyone, is just so I could get my belt, to get a second belt. Now I don't know how that works. I guess we'll find out. But
When you win the belt, you keep it.
you keep the belt, and then
So
when
it's
you
always
defend
a
the
new
belt,
belt.
yeah, I got. So when you win
get 2 belts.
you get 2 belts. I got 1 belt. It one that said Aljamain Sterling, defeat Aljamain Sterling.
Dude, Steve has one in his
that's
apartment.
that's the one I gave Steve. So that's a 1 of 1. No, that'll never be recreated. I gave that one to Steve, and then I kept the other belt, and the other belt that I kept, and then I beat Cheeto. I get another belt. That's the one sitting up there that says Cheeto on it. But on my belt, I get another ruby. So on the main belt, I get a ruby. So now that I lost the belt and I'm gonna win the belt, I don't know if they give me another. Like I'll get another belt that says Merab on it, and then I don't know if I get a second belt or if they put another ruby on the OG belt.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Why do they give you 2 when you beat Aljo?
It's just different. Like it just says it's different. It says who you beat, the date of it. Like
It's crazy. When I walked into Steve's apartment and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I started
Yeah.
looking. I was like, "Holy shit,
no, that's
bro!"
the real fucking belt. I'm wearing the watch Steve gave me the first time we all hung out.
Oh
in
my god,
Miami.
is it?
Yeah.
Best fucking night of my life, bro.
Yeah, that was that trip.
That was fucking insane.
That was nuts, bro. Playing baseball at 6'9".
Yeah,
That was
a
wild.
night I'll never forget.
That was a weekend. That was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Balls to the wall.
A lot of vices back then compared to now, right?
Oh
Probably.
yeah, my 20s. I
That
lived
was
in my
pre-champ.
20s.
That was before he gave everything up. We were
Yep,
fucking.
That was in my
on
20s. I had to live in my 20s. Learned a lot in my 20s. Completely just settled in. Family man, dad.
You got to get the shit out of your system too. Right?
You really
like
do.
you don't want to look back and regret shit.
It's one of those things you can't, like, people, like, you could have a mentor that says, hey, don't do any of that. It's not worth it. It's just something you gotta experience it. There's certain things.
You gotta get it out. I think.
What else you guys got going on? You guys going to
Egypt.
We're gonna do a
damn
Nelk video.
No,
next
I want to see the
pyramids?
pyramids. Yeah.
Pyramids.
Are we going inside them?
We're going inside. We
That's
got some
insane.
pranks planned outside the pyramids too.
Are you nervous about that?
No.
Dude, the pyramid, that's one thing.
That'd be sick.
There's a couple things I want to do in this lifetime. One is like be around monkeys that can like actually hang on you and like jump on you and like
We did that.
that's badass. I want to do that bad. Like I
It's
want to
like
be
a
around.
Bali rip, right?
And then
Yeah.
And then the pyramids, I would love to see that. I love hearing, like, listening to Rogan bring people on talking about it. It's just like, I love hearing that shit.
He loves talking about the pyramids.
It's so
That's-
cool.
That's what got me into him, honestly.
Really?
Listening to him. Yeah. Because he's so obsessed with them and like how they were made.
Yeah, no one knows. And we can't replicate it now to this day, which is fucking insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was listening to Rogan last night, and he was talking about there's some nicotine pouches that are like 50 milligrams called the Pablos. Will you ever rip
Where do
one
you
of
get those?
I don't know.
I'm gonna stay away from those.
You should probably stay away from those.
I told you I ripped a 30.
50's a lot, dude.
30 fucking made me feel sick, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty soft with that shit.
I
to be
just
honest.
recently started ripping little Nickies. I have one in right now, and they definitely fire up your brain a little bit and get you
Gets you going.
going a little bit.
It's nice just having it in your lip too.
It does feel good.
Just sitting there.
Putting it in there is fucking.
Best time to have it's when you're gaming.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, gaming.
gets you
That's another
fucking
thing of
locked
the
in.
past.
Yeah.
I bet that would have been bad for me. Gaming on those, just that would have been bad.
Sugar, you're the fucking man.
Sugar's
See
the
you in
man.
New Jersey, baby.
Oh, we didn't even talk about
Jersey.
our workout.
Oh,
Oh,
I know.
fuck, I'll
we
be-
hit a
I'll
we
say-
hit a
I'll say-
workout before this.
How did Kyle do? What was that workout that you guys did? How did he do?
Well, yeah, that we busted out a little 5.5s. We're 9 days out from the fight, so we're like the intensity's still pretty high. Coming down a little bit. Main thing right now is just no injuries. You don't want to get injured. You're this close to the fight. Don't get injured. So the workout we did was still really, really hard. We did 5.5s, did like a circuit, grappling, aerodyne, versus climber, the ropes, the fucking, the weight stuff. But I was focused on my own shit, so I didn't
Yeah,
get a
Sugar
watch.
was locked.
But that was a
You were
hard
locked
workout.
in, bro. I was noticing that.
Dude, you gotta be. It's like you gotta get
Well, I
your
could
heart
tell you
rate
were
down.
like practicing for like the fight too.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Staying
You
locked.
didn't even look his way though. I saw when you guys would rest.
Yeah, no, I was.
You were trying to size him up too. I didn't want to say anything, but he was.
No, I was looking
You
at
wanted
him
to be
during
the
the
man.
rest if we're gonna like give props and shit. But Sugar was just like doing deep breaths.
No, when you do like a fight, it's 5 minutes, 1 minute or breaks. Like your goal in that 1 minute is to get your heart rate from 180, 190 to as low as possible.
Mm.
That's the goal. Get it as low as possible. 125, 130. Like get it as low as possible. So it's like Like that's what you do. In
That shit's
training.
hard,
You
bro.
just gotta,
I feel like people shouldn't be able to comment on like an MMA post
until you do something like
without
that.
doing that.
I agree. I like I sparred this Frankie C kid the other day. I don't know if you guys seen that video. I played him in poker. I won, and then he had to spar me. We did 3 threes, but even doing something like that, he came in, he stayed tough, he did a good job, but he sparred. Like I hit him with some good body shots, was in front of him, hit him in the head a couple times, super light. But doing that is even the next level from that. But doing that, I feel like it's important for people to just like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Like you were saying about getting up, like how exhausting it is. I was fucking.
I thought I was
hard.
like a decent wrestler just from like wrestling and fucking around with my boys.
No.
But like, dude, that was
I watched that. That
impossible,
was
bro.
crazy. But the guy that
There
got
was no way out. Like there was actually like I tried everything.
Yeah.
And I was gassed.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck.
No, that was good. I love when people experience stuff like that. It gives them a whole nother appreciation for actually what people do inside the octagon. Most people, 98% of people probably don't experience that ever, and I think it's
Did that guy have any fight experience?
Who?
The Frankie dude?
No. He trained for 3 weeks, he said.
He just got in there and took body shots from you?
I mean, we sparred 3 threes.
Damn.
Did you see when they were punching our abs?
No, I missed that.
You missed that, bro.
What were you doing?
I had
So we did the whole
important calls.
You were supposed to do it too.
You were
I had to
supposed to.
I had to do some shit. Sorry. Next
Just
time.
tell us what you had to do.
Next fight, I'll be here.
All right.
We did the whole thing and then we did abs at the end.
And they're punching the
and
stomach.
they said put their legs up and the guy stands over us and just starts fucking pounding the abs,
Ah,
bro.
fuck. I would have loved to do that.
I know. Damn it. We could do it after.
We have a flight right after this.
I mean, we have 45 to kill.
Okay, you want to fucking punch my abs a few times, bro?
No, but
All right.
other than that, I ain't got shit. June 7th, pay-per-view.
June
Suga
7th, New
defeats
Jersey. Let's
Merab.
fucking go.
Let's go.
It's gonna be electric.
It's gonna be.
All right.
Yeah,
thanks,
Sugar
Suga.
Sean,
We'll
baby.
go.